One West.
We set apart, nigga.
They hate it when you up, but love it when you down. Love you when you dead, but hate you while you living. Only make a mention when it's beneficial. Oh, you can't keep it solid, I ain't fucking with you. Fuck a fake friend, show is over, close the curtain. Told you that they loved you, laughed at you when you was hurting. One thing about that UPK, this brotherhood for certain. Dress you up in all black, urge you up to put that work in. Same niggas that was on the block putting that work in. Abandon that lifestyle, cause now I know my purpose. Coming from a place where a black man life is worthless. 400 plus years, yeah, living out them curses. I blame the so-called leaders in the churches. Was supposed to save our soul, instead they led us to the hearses. Backstabbed and betrayed by the people you would die for. Your family ain't family, so-called friends switch sides on. Crack and take a knee on your neck, whisper and die, boy. So I stay strapped with the Kaepernick, that's the firearm. Gotta watch your back, you know them demons out here lurking. If I don't know shit, then I know one thing for certain, look. They hate it when you up, but love it when you down. Love you when you dead, but hate you while you living. Only make a mention when it's beneficial. You can't keep it solid, I ain't fucking with you. They hate you when you up, but love it when you down. Love you when you dead, but hate you while you living. Only make a mention when it's beneficial. You can't keep it solid, I ain't fucking with you.
I say fuck the fake love and disloyal behavior. Brotherhood is a weapon, but bitch niggas is contagious. Hating your elevation instead of hitting the pavement. Watching your every move and never give motivation. Situational friendships get way with adversity. And these days, just a little bit of your kindness a luxury. I'd rather you keep your distance, be a fuck nigga too close to me. Prefer to fuck with fear nigga than house nigga with notes on me. Get a shirt off my back for devoted niggas with loyalty. I noticed the lack of devoted niggas that trustworthy if you ain't in no black. Ranked up, I give two fucks for free. Death before dishonor is a must. It ain't no choice for me, I'm bred different. Was never one to die, just bullshit, I'm fed different. Fuck all the information out of pulpits, I'm led different. Been taught to follow a code, Israel law, statutes, commandments, freely given, never sold, nigga. Chill.
They hate it when you up, but love it when you down. Love you when you dead, but hate you while you living. Only make a mention when it's beneficial. You can't keep it solid, I ain't fucking with you.
Back row.
Another nigga like this used to have that white bitch popping on the night shift. Now I'm going westward, sharper than an ice pick. On you rappers' necks and it's feeling like some vice grips. Yeah, that's light shit. Send my bro a kite quick. Ties of war, we ain't forget about you. Keep your light lit. Rappers can't see. Most of them scared to witness. Go and close your eyes. There's one right here for the trenches. Bad bitches, natural hair or extensions. Hood niggas that'll probably grip like some dentures. Brothers on them fences. 23 and 1 out. Praying at that commissary hit before it run out. Bitches on the gram, dog filter with their tongue out. Couldn't stay home because they found the dugout. Closed casket, burner in the low jacket. My co-captain, riding on these whole rappers. My hoes fabulous. Now I don't mean that derogatory, but I'm a player and just know my women riding for me. I avoided Maury. I got 2 jets. If I can't make it do for them, then I'm useless. Sit down that roof, Chris, with a couple bosses. After the war, just to count our losses. It's not many. You see a smile on my face, but I'm not friendly. Gun on my waist, sipping white Henny. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know light. Gotta got my heart with my bow tie. Waiting on the squad in my whole life. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know light. Gotta got my heart with my bow tie. Living in the sport in my whole life. It's so melodic. When I be dropping this ebonics, this ghetto phonics, it got me on the level supersonic. My bomb atomic, and you know where you can find me. Somewhere probably Folding this paper origami. My name is pure as the Sani. My wave is like a tsunami. I went from 0 to 100, feeling like Ricky Bobby. I made a deal with the Reaper. Got a couple wives, they some keepers. Talk a lot of shit, but you can't walk a mile in my sneakers. Bitches go to Miami, come home with change features. Now she got a BBL, her ass fatter. Trying to show up all them niggas that laughed at her. Now when they see her, they only wanna fuck her. They just wanna touch her. They don't wanna cuff her. They just wanna come and kick it with her like a punter. Turned her to a runner, now it's all aboard the train. Fenty on her face, but it's not concealing the pain. It's a shame. That's why I'm in the hood like some rap snacks. I know niggas kill you and your mama for a scat pack. Dark tint, matte black, they do it for half that. Had you like 90s Missy in a fucking trash bag. I'm from Philly, we don't do bank accounts, just cash app. I spit a verse and I just watch the time slow. This that guy flow, this that shit that rappers die for. This that uncut Tahoe Wall straight from Pablo Escobar. I be at the bar like Moscato. They think it's effort, but no, this that block work. Make the countermeasures, take pleasures making an op hurt. Lighters in the sky, cause every verse is a concert. My mind work at speed y'all can't fathom. Listen to the words of a champion. And can the streets need another anthem? I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know like. Gotta got my heart in my bow tie. Waiting on the score in my whole life. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know like. Gotta got my heart in my bow tie. Living in this world in my whole life. My whole life.
Okay.
Really serious and you're looking for a Christ man, the one who's knowing it with the Lord, with the Spirit of the Lord to do his will, I'm that nigga.
One West, 125th Street. Look, y'all put your faith in presidents like they gon' change this country. Run the league and let y'all play cause y'all gon' make them money. Fuck Obama, he ain't come here on cargo slave ship. What the fuck he do for blacks in his administration? I'm waiting, patient like a saint. Black, Hispanic, Native, they hate your ass the same. Paint Christ in they image, paint you as a slave. God ain't all love, scriptures say he hate. African soul niggas, they know we not the same. School to prison pipeline to get you off the streets. Put you in the cell toilet connected to the sink. Molested as a kid, she prostituted as a teen. The byproduct of Martin Luther King dream. They just took the yoke off, my nigga, we ain't free. We living bleak in these wastelands of poverty. If you don't know the truth, then the lie sound promising. Prophecy, gift and the curse. Dylan started killing, they was sitting in church. Black folk forgave him, man, this shit is absurd. You should never let your enemy, that shit ain't gon' work. Yeah, fuck dying on your knees, you better die in glory. Man, I joined the UPK, taught me the art of warring. I took a nigga life like mine to be recognized. I feel that pain every day, it can't be reconciled. Pops banging, my sister a prostitute. My brother got life, and somehow I still found the truth. War ready, no cowards, no excuse. Fuck reparations, you can't bandage no open wounds. Blood on the leaves, body swing hung from a noose. I was on a run in Nashville and I found the truth. I called the school, classes being held by the shock on my life. I want to be a gangster like a god. Do this for my brothers, real brotherhood. Everything we do, we got it out this book. My nigga, I can never be no African. UPK the only authorized acronym. I'm passionate about my brothers and sisters. We in hell, I ain't got nothing against them. That's another religion. If it ain't under your honor, ain't he murdered by them and got a hug from your honor. That's the way out for a coward in my observation. They don't fear the Lord, they indoctrinated. Wolves in sheep clothing, Joe Osteen. Real priests bringing back black royalty. One West on my headpiece, ranking order. Can't let them trick me off the streets, I gotta raise my daughter. I got brothers at the border ducking ICE agents. I got the name change, it was life changing. My family thought it was a game, put on all black, they said I was going through a phase. It's more of us in jail than it was slaves. Chose by the Lord, we could never be the same. Soon as they born, the wicked go astray. They left the truth, they wasn't with us anyway. Niggas weak, they just saying anything to be truthful. We don't want no cowards anyway. Look, coronavirus, that's a plague. You don't get too much sleep when you waking up the dead. First camp, I cut off all my dreads. I took an oath when that oil hit my head. Niggas capping like they lids. I'm a priest, I never stick no fork in no pig. I was dead till I found out how to live. This brotherhood taught me how to be a man. I came back to my roots, I had to dig. A couple gaps I had to bridge. I got a rib, I'm married to this work. You wanna serve the Lord, he ain't in the Christian church. Came back to my roots, I had to dig. A couple gaps I had to bridge. I got a rib, I'm married to this work. You wanna serve the Lord, he ain't in the Christian church.
All right, no sweat. Give it up, y'all. Classroom looking a little light. Esau taking all the soldiers out here, making them slaves again. I mean, everybody's slaving right now, but it's the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge started out of 1 West Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yohanan. Our aim is to raise up the 12 lost tribes of the nation of Israel, which are today known as your so-called Negroes, Hispanics, Native Indians, and South, just pretty much from North, Central, and South America. How I like to do it is I'll open up the floor to the class. We'll get questions in the classroom, and I'll go right into my topic if there's no questions online. So anybody in the classroom got any questions, we can get to it. Let me get this Bible app though real quick. Go ahead, priest.
We get like
Give me a second. Bear with me too. I got a 2-minute download for this Blue Letter Bible app. Slide. To continue. All right, go ahead. What's your question? And if you could you grab the scripture, Baba Bashar?
Okay. Salaki, just kind of a refresher on the presence of Melchizedek. So I know that he is an incarnation of Christ, but it was more of an appearance, not so much the physical reincarnation like with Solomon and Isaac.
Right.
But
he was physically here. It was an appearance, but he was physically here. Blood. Let's get the scripture. Whoever gets it first can read. Sisters as well.
So the first scripture in Genesis chapter 14, verse 18. Give everybody a minute to get there.
All right, I'm there with you.
Genesis chapter 14, verse 18. And Melchizedek, king of Salem, brought forth bread and wine, and he was the priest of the Most High God.
Go ahead.
Verse 19. And he blessed him and said, Blessed be Abraham, blessed be Abram of the Most High God, possessor of heaven and earth.
What does that mean? What does that mean right there? Say that again.
And he blessed him and said, "Blessed be Abraham." It's like, "Blessed be Abram of the Most High God, possessor of heaven and earth."
All right. You know, you can put this in your it gets a little different, but when you understand the layers of the carnations of Melchizedek, you understand that Melchizedek is that spirit that's in Jesus Christ. You understand that's been here from Adam all the way to Isaac, Solomon, and then up to Yahushua, as you know him today. That's the first created. Melchizedek is the first creation. Period. Go ahead.
So that's I guess those are the kind of 2 points that I wanted to get more clarification on. So this would have been the form that Yahushua would have had like in the beginning.
Absolutely.
In the creation story kind of.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like the second point that had been brought up. So if Yahushua being a reincarnation, just the verbiage of him being after the order of Melchizedek. Because I know that in the UPK, I know we teach that, Melchizedek isn't so much a formal name as it is a title. I guess just the connection of if it's still him, why would it be worded like that? You priest after the order of Melchizedek.
Say that again.
And let me get the verse.
Yeah, because I mean, I'm trying to understand what your question is actually. Your question ain't really hitting. It ain't really clicking to me right now. Melchizedek is Christ, correct?
Okay.
All right. So with that being said, So with that being said, if that's your disconnect on how we are priests in the order of him, let me help you understand. Right? Were we ever supposed to really have Levites?
All
right. So who was supposed to be the priest? All of us were supposed to be priests. How did we mess that up?
By rejecting, I don't say the invitation by the Most High, but I know when we were first coming out of Egypt, and the Most High was gathering us, the people got afraid, and they just sent Moses. They said, you deal with the Most High, and then we'll deal with you. And then Moses took his brother, or I guess was appointed his brother due to his speech impediment. And then it fell on the Levite shoulders.
Okay. So, with that being said, when you remove the Levites, and then we start becoming a order. In order to remove the Levites, you have to. Just saying is every tribe can now, like in the beginning, be a priest, right?
Right.
The only way that can happen is by what? I don't want to just give you
a change in the priesthood. Well, because so it's like if I made it, that being established under the old covenant, and the nation having split and broke the old covenant.
And how do you recover from the from breaking the old covenant?
Oh, we needed a mediator,
which is
Yahushua.
Boom, there you have it. So now that Christ is our mediator, then what can we do now?
We can. Well, I guess we were offered a new covenant to take an oath by.
Okay, and what's the oath you got to take to be under the covenant of Christ?
And so one guy and keep the laws. Well, through Christ also being,
You just got to follow Christ. First, here's the criteria. The criteria is this. First, you have to be an Israelite by blood from your father's side. All of us in here have that in common. First, let's do it like this. Before Christ came, the Lord tossed us aside, said that he would not be our God, right? Everybody remember that? Jeremiah chapter 30. Other spots, couple, but that's where you really want to go. Then you'll see where he said that he was going to send his son, right? His son comes, does everything he was supposed to do what? Bring us back to Christ. Bring us back to the Most High. Except for this time, he's the mediator. This mediator is Melchizedek. You know him as Yahushua, Hamashiach, but Abraham knew him as the Prince of Peace. You understand? Now, with that being said, he is your link to the Most High. That old covenant done.
right.
There's a new covenant. Go to the new covenant. Go to the scriptures that talk about the new covenant. For I shall make a new covenant with you. Go ahead. Not according to your fathers. Whoever finds it can get it. I'm trying to get my damn Bible app to do what it needs to do right now, or else I'd have been there already.
Slide.
Go ahead.
Book of Jeremiah, chapter 31, verse 31. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel
Uh-huh.
and with the house of Judah,
Uh-huh.
not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers
Mm-hmm.
in the day that I took them by the hand to bring them out of the land of Egypt.
That's when the Levite priesthood was set up. You understand? Everybody get it? We left out of Egypt, so we already there. You already said that. That's when the priesthood of the Levites happened. But this one is what?
A new covenant.
But when it said not.
Not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers.
Not according to that covenant that I made with their fathers. Go ahead.
In the day that I took them by the hand
Uh-huh.
to bring them out of the land of Egypt.
Yep.
Which my covenant they break.
They what?
They break.
They what?
They break.
Go ahead.
Although I was an husband unto them,
Uh-huh.
said the Lord, but this shall be the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel.
Now, there you have it. Now give me Matthew 26 and 28. If you could, please.
Matthew chapter 26, verse 28. For this is my blood of the New Testament.
This is my what?
My blood of the New Testament,
Read.
which is shed for many for the remission of sins.
Now, this is Christ telling you what the new covenant is, right? This is the New Testament and New Covenant are the same word. You look that word up in the Greek, the New Testament is the New Covenant. It's the same thing. All right? Read on.
Verse 29. But I say unto you, I will not drink henceforth of this fruit of the vine until that day when I drink it new with you in my Father's kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 30. And when they had sung in hymn, they went to the Mount of Olives.
Now, give me Hebrews chapter 9 and 15. This is what's going on. Now that we understand that the new covenant is going to be different and that Christ is the one who had to die for you to have the new covenant. Now, let's see what's happening here. Go ahead.
Hebrews chapter 9, verse 15. For this cause, he is the mediator of the New Testament.
Yes. Christ is the new mediator, is the mediator of the New Testament. Go ahead.
That by means of death.
By what?
By means of death.
Uh-huh.
For the redemption of the transgressions that were under the first testament.
That were under the what?
The first testament.
Now, people that was under the first testament had the Levites, remember? That's what they had, right? They had the Levites. The Levites were the priests, and they were under the that was the Levite priesthood. That's because when they went into Egypt, they erected the gods of Egypt. As Moses went in the mountain to bring us to the Most High, to marry us to the Lord, here we are in the goddamn desert because we don't want to be free. You know what freedom is going to cost you? Freedom is going to cost us pain, suffering, discipline. You ain't going to be able to eat. Like, let me tell you something. Just think about it if it happened today. If what happened in Egypt happened today, what if America said, I'm tired of all of the things that keep happening to America. We want God to bless America. But because we got y'all in slavery here, he won't do it. So we're going to let y'all go. Then I always talk about this. And then they send us to the Pacific Northwest. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. Give us 5 states over there. From Utah all the way up to damn Alaska. We get all them states. Right? When we go into the wilderness, we ain't going to want to be there. Because America's going to cut us off from food stamps, government, any kind of government assistance. We won't have hospitals. We won't have doctors. We won't have what we're used to. And guess what else we won't have? This is what's going to get everybody. Weed, porn, alcohol. You understand? We won't have, give me some more. The Christian church to pacify your bullshit. What else? What else will we have? Abortions. So now the woman ain't going to be able to just get rid of the child. Now, if she married to a cat, she found to be pregnant with somebody else's child. We're going to be the ones to handle that. She got to get up out of here. You understand? She got to go back into America. Now she can't come back in here. You and that baby and the man that you committed adultery on this man with got to go. Now, if Christ is back, if our king is back, her ass is being put to death. That's just it. It won't be nothing. We just want to lock her up, let her have a baby. Her and the man she decided to do that with. The brother who she committed adultery on is going to be the one to get the first shot. Hopefully it's a headshot. Shoot him for 30 yards. You understand? Keep shooting till you get her. Now, if you shoot in the toe, that's fine. Watch out, brother. Let me get some. Bam. I shoot in the leg. That's fine. Watch out, DeBar. Boom. The thought, let him get some. Boom. Boom. He missed. David, you get some. Boom. David, it's over with. Ain't no more to hit. We're done. All right. So these are the things that would happen if we were in that time. But now, since we're not, we get rid of them. We got to exile them, right? That was the first priesthood under the Levites. The Levitical priesthood was brutal, but they were hypocrites. That's the fucking problem with the Levites. The Levites were hypocrites, man. You understand? And because they were hypocrites, that's the problem. Which is why we were able to just imagine David, young man David, if we was able to just sin against the Lord, our power, and then just come to the Israelite school UPK with a bribe. That's all it was. You understand? Because the Levites started to see, okay, boom, these are offerings. They're making us fat. We ain't really got to worry about nothing. Shalom, appreciate you. We ain't really got to worry about nothing. Shalom, sis Yahweh Shema, Thun Ba Shem Yahweh Shai. We ain't really got to worry about nothing. We can fill our coffers. We can fill. If you come to the priest with the blemish-free bull, and the priest don't slaughter it, they just say, "No sweat, brother, you got it. Your sins are good. You good. Go and do whatever." You know what I'm saying? They gonna take that bull, go do what they want with it, make money off of that bull. You know, right now, if you own land, let's say I own 4,000 acres, a ranch for 4,000 acres. First thing I want to do, if I got a ranch, what am I doing on the ranch? Got nothing but good land. You know what I want to do? I want to go get a lot of head of cow, right? There's gonna be some black Angus heifers. You understand? Maybe I got 400 head of black Angus heifer. But what I don't have is a bull. Right? That bull is what's about to make me richer. You go right now, you got an auction. You have to get that from an auction. You go on the auction, you got 200 people in here looking for the perfect bull. I'm talking about certified, paperwork, everything. They in there. That's how they doing it. Imagine if I ain't have to do that. Imagine if you had all the money in the world, you have 10,000 head of cattle, right? Which means you probably got 2,000 bull. Out of the 2,000 bull, you probably got 60% of that 2,000 bull probably choice bull. That choice bull can start a ranch. A ranch can get you money. Why? Because niggas always looking for new leather boots, new leather hat. Oh, nigga, you ain't know I'll be making them hats. Yeah, I'm making some hats, wristbands, headbands, with the pants with the fringes, all of that. Plus, we can sit out here, make us some steaks, or we can have some street tacos, whatever the hell, off of one bull. See what I'm saying? One cow. One bull can sire so much. Right? Why wouldn't I take the bribe if I'm the Levitical priesthood? Nobody gonna catch me no way. Because everybody in the Levitical priesthood is corrupt. Those are the leaders. Then when you start finding out how Israel is able to be swayed over to wanting to be like heathens, and then you apply it to today's time, then you'll see it's the leaders that was above us that were supposed to be the ones who stood against that were taking bribes and making the black and brown communities diluted with heathen culture. You understand? If it's too cold in here, hey, if you could, Lacum Yala, could you turn that heat down? It's feeling like, how y'all feeling here, sis? Getting a little cold? Yeah. We turn that down. You know these sisters is damn near anemic. Sioux Falls. Give it up for Sioux Falls. UPK Sioux Falls is in the building. Hey, Lacum Yala, this camera is tough. Huh? Good night. I see you doing this thing. All right. But no. So that was the purpose of the Levitical priesthood, but it allowed us to sin against the Most High, which the Lord did not want. Now, he tolerated it for a while. He kept telling us, even in the Old Testament, that it's not the bull that I want. I want that sacrifice from your heart. I want you to understand that you went against the law. Don't do it again. It's not the bulls that I want as a sacrifice. I want you to sacrifice them whores you like to. Give it up. Give it up to the Lord. Give it up. I want you to sacrifice the whores. I want you to sacrifice some cigarettes. I want you to sacrifice that weed. I want you to sacrifice the alcoholism. I want you to sacrifice that touching bug. Everybody had it. As we was kids, let me tell you the problem why you got thieves today. As kids, everybody as a kid was allowed to have a touching bug. You know that don't belong to you. Your parents ain't do nothing. Oh, it was so cute. He came home with a little toy. That wasn't cute. And because you made him think it was cute, look at him. Little JoJo got a toy. That's not all right. You needed a father in the house to say, hey, look, this is not what we do. Give me the hand you stole that toy with. Fuck. Yeah, light that hand up. We don't never steal nothing. You could have got it chopped off. You see what I'm saying? But because we create the culture, it becomes acceptable. Same thing with this. Remember back in the days, anybody was alive in the 90s? I was. All right. In the 90s, let me tell you what they thought was cute. Little girls allowing to shake their little rumps. Oh, look at it dancing, shake it, go shake it, go. And then they encouraging the little girl to shake her ass. Meanwhile, the mama out here dressed like a slut. Was slut give me banned? No, we're not live on anything else. Now she's dressed like a complete slut, and then knows that she's having sex with multiple men. The children are seeing multiple men coming in and out of their house, but it's not the father of those children. We damn near all black and Hispanics, we all guilty of it. We've all seen it, or we've all been guilty of it. The idea is for priests of the Lord to check that. Want to know what's wrong with the black and brown community? They listen to the Catholic Church. They listen to the Christian church. They don't listen to the UPK. So they listening to the Levites. They're not listening to Yahweh. That's the problem. We represent Christ. They represent the Levites, the ones who sat in Moses' seat, but shouldn't have been in Moses' seat. Go ahead, priest.
Would it be safe to say that this is the reason why, as a nation, we were so quick to want to unalive Christ, because we would listen to the Levites rather than Christ?
Absolutely. Let me tell you something. When we go on the camp, when we go out to camp, one day maybe you'll be out there with us at camp. We go out to camp and you tell black women to cover up their funky behind, shut your mouth, and learn how to make biscuits from scratch. Nigga, you damn nigga got to fight 50 women and 40 men out there just for telling them that how to change themselves. See, we're giving you the spirit of the law. We don't have to give you the law per se. We'll help you understand what the spirit of the law is. We out there on the streets, we telling black men, stop selling these drugs to our neighborhoods. Stop being a gangbanger. You're a coward. You run from the police, but you run towards your brothers to unalive them. Stop doing it. It makes you weak. They mad at us. Oh, y'all supposed to be tough, blah, blah, blah. Now, people done tried to fall on us at camp. It didn't work well. It didn't work well at all. Now, end of the day, that's the people you talking about. You tell a person that they need to change themselves. You hold that mirror up to a vampire, they can't see themselves. But you hold a mirror up to a black, Hispanic, and Native Indian person, they see themselves. When they look in that mirror, know what they see? Piece of shit.
Shame.
That's right. You want to raise your hand when you do that in class, all right? But you're right. Get a brother a hand. Shame. And who in the hell wears shame well? I don't know anybody who wears shame well. Shame hurts. It makes you want to hit back. Makes you want to get violent. Men and women who do nothing but be their base self, they invite shame and violence and feelings. Feelings that get you hurt. Anybody ever told you emotions get you hurt? That's a true saying. You understand? So now you got the Levites. The Levites are out of the way. That one creation that the Lord made first, his first creation, was Melchizedek. That's who that was. Sitting up on the right hand of the Most High, the chief underneath the Most High God, who created the angels with the power of the Most High. He did nothing of himself, even in heaven. He did nothing of himself. He didn't say the Lord created him. He didn't say, you know what? I'm going to just create whatever hell I want to create. No. The Lord gave him an order to create things. So, and I can prove this with the scripture. Now, what he does, he creates the angels because he has things to do. So Christ gives power. He distributes the power. Like right now, if I had $10,000, fuck $10,000. Let's think big. We always think it's small, right? God damn, let's think a little higher than that. If I've had $500 million and we sit in this classroom right now, put some water on your face, Nathaka, if you can't stay up. If I gave brothers a million, right? And I say, I'm giving you this million because the Lord gave me 500 million. I'm giving you power to go create more yous. Go create. Matter of fact, ZQ, I want you to go build up this zone. Young man David, I want you to get raised up to an officer so I can send you to go build something. Amungaba, I want you to go do this. Nathaka, I want you to go do this. Right? What if I did that? Now, that's the dispensation of work. And I couldn't do it all by myself. I know I need brothers with me. Christ knew the same thing. So he created other powers to help him do what he needed to do. Right? Now, they create everything we see in existence. Here we are today. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Damn. Here we go. Now, that same, what people in the world would like to call entity, named Melchizedek, right? He appeared unto Abraham because he must have known that we was going to need a better priesthood than the one that was about to be given to us. You understand? Because the one that was given to us in Moses' time failed, which is why now we're under the order of Melchizedek. He was a priest and taught Abraham what a priest was supposed to be. Do you understand that? He was the priest, not Abraham. Abraham was a king, the Hyksos, a shepherd king who went and made war against Egypt and won. Made war against the 5 kings of was it Midian? I don't know. I don't remember. Was it? No, it wasn't Midian because Midian was it? Could have been. I don't know. He made the 5 kings of I don't know some stupid people that was around back in the day who we don't talk about no more because they did. Why? Because of Abraham. Abraham went to war with a lot of kings. He gave a tenth to who? The Levites? Who did he give his tenth to? Raise your hand if you know. 1 second, look y'all. ZQ. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's who he did that for. He gave that to Melchizedek, not to, read my mind, raise your hand. He gave it to Melchizedek, not to Amungabar. Well, let's see if the trooper, his hand went up. He gave a tenth to Melchizedek, not to give him a hand. The Levites came in by default, brother. They were supposed to get land just like everybody else. But because niggas can't never do what we supposed to do, they had to be the priest over the people. Excuse me. So, with that being said, does that answer your question?
So in part, because after reading some of the scriptures with it, it's not that it was posed to Yahushua himself. I had that part confused. This would have been, this is when Paul was writing the letters out to the different brothers scattered abroad, explaining the order of Melchizedek and the new priesthood that we're under. Again, the other side of the question, in his time when he had appeared to Abram, he was a physical being then?
Yes. Physical.
Was it just kind of a come and go type of thing, or was he kicking it out there?
He appeared into Abraham, so obviously he was flesh and blood. I don't know if he was kicking it out there, but his reputation, let's get the story. Let's go back to Genesis. His reputation was the king of priests, the prince of peace, I mean. Where were you at? Genesis
14.
Oh, Elam. That's who it was. Them kings of Elam. And the king of Sodom and Beersheba and Gomorrah and of Admah and of Zeboim and the king of Zoar and of Sidon. That's what that was. He made war with a bunch of kings and whooped their asses out. Many a kings. All right, 18. All right, let's go. Read verse 18, and let's keep reading on down.
Genesis chapter 14, verse 18. And Melchizedek, king of Salem, brought forth bread and wine, and he was the priest of the Most High God.
Nobody else was a priest of the Most High God back then, were they? Only him. Read. And Melchizedek, being the king of Salem or the king of peace, right? Let's see what that word is in Hebrew. Right? My king is Sadek, right? Let me see. King of Salem and priest of the Most High God. Where we at? Just says King of Righteousness. Go ahead. Well, it's Malak Tazadak. Tazadak is righteousness. So it's King of Righteousness or Prince of Peace is another way of looking at it. But in the Hebrew, Malak Tazadak is the name. That's what Melchizedek is. So if you're going to say Melchizedek in English, it's Malak Tazadak. All right. Malak Tazadak. All right. Malak being king, Tazadak being righteousness. Right. So, let's get back to reading the scripture.
Verse 19. And he blessed him and said, Blessed be Abram of the Most High God, possessor of heaven and earth. Verse 20. And blessed be the Most High God, which hath delivered thine enemies into thy hand. And he gave him tithes of all.
Now, what do you think Melchizedek did with these tithes? Are you not thinking that he was an actual flesh and blood person? Or did you think Abraham was just talking to a goat? So I'm trying to figure out what you mean.
Because it gives us so little into any role of any historical rulership that Melchizedek would have had. So I mean, we got his name, which again, if I'm not mistaken, it's more instead of a formal name, it's more of a title, King of Righteousness, and then King of Peace.
Right. Who is that? Who's the King of Righteousness?
Yahweh.
One. Yes. Yeah. That's it. That's it. Yahweh. So anybody else was righteous like him on this planet Earth?
Not like him.
Not nobody. Find me one person that was born and never sinned, born knowing to keep the law, born doing all of that. Show me somebody who did that.
So again, not like him, but John's parents.
Yeah.
They were pretty solid. Noah, he did a pretty good job.
It was a drunk.
Well, he was so perfect in his generation.
In his what?
Generation.
In his what?
Generation.
What does that mean? Perfect in his generation. What does that mean, though? Does that mean he was perfect and never sinned against the Lord? Absolutely not. Because we know he was an alcoholic, right? Noah was an alcoholic. That's a fact. Is it a sin to be an alcoholic, or is it all right to be an alcoholic? Really? You thought that?
After giving the flood, he was tripping a little bit.
Noah was an alkie, brother. He was such an alkie that he was naked in his tent, brother. He walked out the tent naked. That's how drunk he was. He was a drunk. Who in the hell does that? And whether it was post-flood or after flood, is there a reason to commit sin? Raise your hand if you think there's a reason to commit sin, to transgress the law. Anybody in here? No, there is no reason. So hell, after the Lord destroyed the earth for unrighteousness, this nigga goes and be unrighteous? No, nigga, that's not how it goes. Noah was a damn drunk. He was perfect in his generations. What is his generations?
His offspring.
There you have it. You know who he came from, right? Adam. He was perfectly known to be Adam's son. He was perfect in his generations. So that's what that was. He wasn't perfect in righteousness in the law. Now he was a righteous man. He was a man who wanted to live after God, but he learned that from his generations before him, which means he needs to teach that afterwards. But Noah was a drunk. That's just it. Can you definitively say anything like that about Christ? No, Christ was perceived as being a drunkard because he drank a little bit and was around drunk people. He made water into wine. Christ would sip, but he wasn't a drunkard. There's a difference. Go ahead.
Somebody said, can you compare that to how it is today? Like a lot of people in the world or whatnot, like even though they smoke, they don't think they smoking anything doing wrong. But even like if they find out that you're drinking, they think that you're automatically drunk. You know what I'm saying? They're like, oh yeah, drink. Oh, that's bad. You know, it's like wouldn't that be the same thing? Yeah. But it's almost like that, like how they look at drinking, even though you can be just sipping and just being mellow. You know, people in the world, you know, so how you drunk, you know, so you drink, you know, drunk, you know,
right? Yeah.
Even though you ain't got to be drinking like being like a drunk. You know?
No, you're absolutely right. People in the world, because they want to defend smoking, they just automatically go to the white man science and be like, but if you drink, it'll tear your livers up and your kidneys up and blah, blah, blah. No, not necessarily. You understand? If you was a man who knew your body enough, you would know you shouldn't drink every goddamn day. And when you drink, you should drink in moderation. And if you're not drinking all day every day, that means you're doing other things with your time. That means you're eating healthy, which means you don't eat pork, shrimp, crab, lobster. You're not a gluttonous person who, whenever you see food, you have to just stack your fucking plate to the tippy top and then eat everything on it. If you're that type of person, then you're an idiot. You see what I'm saying? You don't have to, you don't have to overindulge. But see, they overindulge in marijuana. When they wake up in the morning, there's 3 blunts already rolled. That's one for the wake up. They call it wake and bake, right? So there's one for the wake up. Then there's one for after the shower, because you got to shit and you got to smoke at the same time. Otherwise, you can't take it. Yeah, you can't. Well, I'm finna get to that. This is just the 3 in the morning, right? So you wake and bake. Then, you got to do the S's, right? So when you got to smoke and shit, because you can't have a bowel movement. Your mind's telling you, I cannot have a bowel movement and relax on the toilet to have a bowel movement unless I'm smoking on the toilet, right? Then after you do that, you hop out the shower and you cook your food, and you cook such a wonderful meal. But when you look at it, you like, I'm not even hungry. Know what I got to do? That 3rd blunt, smoke that blunt, and now you're ready to eat. This is when you started your day. They don't even think to themselves, I'm addicted, right? Then they go to work, right? They know damn well what they just did in the morning. If they drug test you at work, your ass is, at the slave, they drug test you at work, your ass is terminated. You ain't even got to worry about that. Shalom, we'll holler at you later. Then they're going to hire the next drug addict, and then the next drug addict, and then the next drug addict, right? Or you're going to go to your daughter and put her in a position. Hey, I need you to pee in this cup for me. Your daughter's like, what? Pee in a cup? What do you want pee for? Pee in the cup. Oh, then she gonna sit back and listen and hear you talking on the phone. Yeah, I got, because you always have stupid ass conversations in front of your kids as if their ears don't work. Like they don't watch TV. They watch TV. You know exactly what you're talking about. Hell yeah, I'm gonna go to the job right now. Yeah, they did me the same way. I gotta go pee today. But you know what? I took little Myra's pee. I'm keeping it warm. It's taking my leg. This is you as a drug addict. Don't even know what you're doing. You're showing the classic signs of being a drug addict, right? So then you go to your slave. Just to get through the day, you got to. When you take a break, you going to. Hey, can I take a cigarette break? You're a liar. You're not going on a cigarette break. You know what you're going to do. You're going to have a cigarette after you smoke weed. I ain't making this up. Right? Anybody ever worked a slave in America? I have. I've seen 1,000 people do it. And you understand, the nigga that, got killed, they slice his throat, put him in the coffin, wrap that around chains, lock that in, wrap some more chains around it, threw it in Lake Michigan. That's who I used to be. But I know that nigga. And he used to do that. He used to go to the slave and get on his break. And in order for him to eat lunch, just like in order for him to eat breakfast, he had to smoke. So he'd smoke, he'd eat his lunch, he'd smoke a cigarette. Before he go back in the job, he put some Gucci Guilty on because he's guilty of. Then you overdo it. Go in there and act like the weed smell is gone. No, it just smells like Gucci weed. That's all it smells like. It's loud, right? So, but this is what people do. This is the life of a cat that does that. That's a person like that. They're gonna make excuses because they have to overindulge on the marijuana. They think you overindulge on the alcohol just because you take a sip every now and then, right? When the scriptures does not support smoking, but it does support drinking in a way. It gives you the guidelines on how to drink, right? Because it was made to make men glad. Men and women, sis, I know y'all like to get together, have y'all wine, paint some glasses or do some clay or whatever. I don't know. Paint canvases, talk shit about all the other sisters. I know you're doing it. When we find out, we're taking you to counsel. You're going. I'm just playing. But that's what drug addicts do. They expect you to be the same as them. And if they can say, well, see, you drink and drinking is just as bad as smoking, which is not, unless you're an alcoholic, then they can say, see, we the same. So why do I have to be with y'all when I could just sit over here and smoke, you can sit over there and drink, and then we could just say, oh, yeah, I like what you said. Oh, no, I'm better than you. This is what you got to tell all Christians. I am better than you. You got to tell it to your dad first. You got to tell it to your wife. You got to tell it to your mama, your uncles, your aunties, everybody who invites you over for Christmas and Thanksgiving and all of that. I don't even know for the life of me why in the hell blacks would ever celebrate Thanksgiving, seeing it's the murder, it's the unaliving, mass unaliving of our brothers, Native American Indians. Why in the hell we even do that? Just like I don't know why Mexicans celebrate Cinco de Mayo. I have no clue. Why in the hell we even do that? It has nothing to do with the roots of who we are. But that's the answer to your question right there. But among the bar, your question, was the answer suffice? Or are we still unclear?
Still a little unclear. It feels like there's a couple layers that
well,
you poke pride at.
Well, let's get to them.
So it's going on King and Sailor.
Right.
Is that still pushing the narrative of a title? Or because Salem, so like doing a little bit of research on it, they're trying to say that Salem would have been another name for Jerusalem.
Uh-huh.
And
can you find it in the scripture for me? Because before Jerusalem was called Jerusalem, it was not called Salem.
The earliest mention that I'm seeing of Jerusalem is in Joshua chapter 10.
What was it called?
They're citing it as Jerusalem.
All right, but it was occupied by what heathens?
Adonai Zedek. I'm not sure if he was a Hamite. I got to dig up on him real quick. So it says Canaanite king. So a Hamite.
What was the name of the city though? It sure wasn't Salem.
Yeah, Jerusalem. Yahweh.
Yes, that's because that's what we called it later on. Here's where you can find. You got to go to when David conquered the lands again and went into that place and then turned it into the city. It'll tell you what it was called before. Can't remember off the head.
So before Joshua 10?
Yeah. Again, just like When they called Ruth the Moabitish woman, was that land where she was at right then called Moab?
I mean, just by proxy, it was in the land of Reuben, but they had still referenced it.
Why?
Because of the former inhabitants.
That's all. That's the only thing. That's the only reason why you would see us call it Jerusalem, because we're writing to the Israelites. Maybe everybody doesn't have the knowledge of what it was called before. So just so we don't have no confusion, we're just going to call it Jerusalem. Right? But it obviously wasn't a city of peace for us. Nigga, the Canaanites was in it. So, no. Let's call something else first.
Under their term, ruling in that land, that location
was not called Jerusalem. Exactly. I'll find it. I'll find it for you though. Just got to give me some time. I'll find it. I just read it probably like a month or two ago, but I'll find it back.
But now in this era, during the time of Abel, when he was visited by Melchizedek,
but you're making a correlation that doesn't go together. Melchizedek didn't come from that city. It doesn't say he came from that city.
But it's saying that he was the king of it.
Right.
He was the king of righteousness, which is why I'm asking if it was more of a...
Let me help you out. When it says, and Melchizedek, king of Salem, it's just giving you, it doubles down on what Melchizedek is. That's all it's doing. Melchizedek and king of Salem are the same word.
I mean, one being peace, one being righteousness.
Doesn't matter. It's the same context. He's not the king of Salem.
So he wasn't a title-bearing king. Would you say walking, living in those days?
Yeah. All it was saying is that he was the king of righteousness and the king of peace. That's all it's saying. That's all it's saying. If you look in the, what you call it right now, to tell you right now, he was just the king of peace. That's all it is. Go ahead. Or, I'm sorry, or he was perfect and whole. Shalom. That's where the word shalom even comes from. That's all. Go ahead.
It's like so it's basically just titles, just giving them
just it, titles.
It's like Son of Man.
That's Son of Man. What's the other word? Holy, what they call him? Wonderful Counselor. All of that. It's just all titles. He didn't know the name of them. He was just knowing that this cat's reputation is he's the chief of all peace, the chief of all righteousness. He knew that much. That's all. That was his reputation. So when you looking at it, that's what you see, his reputation. Doesn't even mean that his name was King of Righteousness or King of Peace. Those are titles.
Right.
You know his name had to be the Word. God damn it. In John chapter 1, the Word was with God. He was known as the Word too, right? How many names does he have? Because he has all of these titles. He's known as the Word. He's known as the King of Peace. He's known as, you know what I'm saying? That's all. Just people look too deep into the scriptures out when they don't really have to. This is people who get high trying to contest you, a man who don't, about what the hell the Bible means. That's all. King of Peace. So Melchizedek, King of Peace. If you look at it in the lexicon, it's all the same. It's not saying Salem or is a place. Salem just literally translates into shalom, which means peace. It's not saying a place where he came from. That's your breakdown on that. So that's how you fight that. All right. Hold on one second. He had something else, and I'll get it to you. What else you got on the next phase? You said you had a couple of layers on that. So now that we know that he didn't come from Salem,
And it's not giving us any origin point. Later on in Hebrews, without mother, without father, without beginning or end. Which would kind of circle back to begging the question on if he was again a physical being. And because like the angels, they come down in physical form and they'll zip right back on.
That's exactly what Melchizedek did.
All right. So this
but he was a physical being, though. But then he can also go back to where he was at.
Yeah.
All angels do it. Now, I'm not calling Christ an angel, but if he was, he'd be the chief of them all, right?
Right.
So then there he does serve the Lord, right?
Right.
He is a power, right? He does have authority, right?
Yeah.
He has the highest authority underneath the Most High. Is he an angel? I mean, by word, if we wanted to be technical, yeah. The Bible just doesn't call him an angel. Ain't tripping on it either. You know what I'm saying? But nevertheless, he did appear and he was physical because Abraham physically gave him a tenth of what he had.
Unless could that have been a vision played out?
It was not a vision. It was not a vision.
And again, I probably zips down, collects sensitive oils, zips back up. Not for the need of it, but even just for the demonstration of.
Well, he didn't ask Abraham for it.
Right, but then that's what I'm saying. Just a demonstration of Abraham.
And let me tell you something. Absolutely, and let me tell you something else. For everybody who's listening to the story of Melchizedek, here's what you should get from the story of Melchizedek. When you come around priest of God, you better have it in your mind to give a tenth of everything that you had to the Lord via that priest. Because Abraham could have been a piece of shit and just been like, oh, I'm going to give 10% of this to the Most High, appreciate it, and then took that 10% and did whatever the hell he wanted to do with it. Nobody held him accountable. You know what I'm saying? If he didn't do it, he see a man who he knows. Abraham was a man of God, right? He knows this cat is that cat. He's the priest of the Most High God. So how else can I thank the Most High? I'm going to give it to a servant of the Most High. Now, the Most High don't need to spend silver and gold and none of that. You don't have to. So what Christ did, what Melchizedek did with the 10th, I don't know. I don't even give a damn. I know what I'm doing with my 10th. What are you doing with yours? And hey, I'm a priest paying tithe. Let that sizzle in your spirit. Did the Levites pay 10th? Come on, y'all. Raise your hands and say it loud. Did the Levites pay 10th? No, not at all. La'ah in the Hebrew. La'ah. Unless y'all want to show me what the Levites paid a 10th. Anybody want to show me that? Yeah, you can't, because it says that the 10th appertained to the priest, which means the people paid a 10th of what they had because they were happy that the Lord did what they had and paid it to the men that ministered to the people. They didn't have the Levites didn't have a land called Levi. There's no land in the old. They will when Christ come back. There'll be a portion of the land for Levi when Christ gets back. You could bet that, because all of us will be kings and priests under Christ. And hell, if we're under Christ, then damn, that must mean Christ must be Melchizedek. Right or wrong? Anybody who doesn't smoke weed can figure that out. You understand? So, anything else?
Not on that, not at the moment. Just some more studying and reading. Partake. Just on that time.
Okay.
Watch.
I am the boss. Give me a hand. All right. ZQ, you had a question. So you can get the microphone.
If I could, sir, can I get a general breakdown on Isaiah chapter 1 verse 6?
Yeah, absolutely you can. Isaiah.
Isaiah chapter 1, verse 6.
Yes, please.
You read it there?
Yes, please.
This is Isaiah chapter 1, verse 6. From the sole of the foot even unto the head, there is no soundness in it, but wounds and bruises and putrefying sores. They have not been closed, neither bound up, neither mollified with ointment.
Read verse 4, and then let's go down.
Sir. Isaiah chapter 1, verse 4.
Verse 3 is fine. I'm sorry.
Isaiah chapter 1, verse 3. The ox knoweth his owner.
Everybody know this breakdown, right? Who is the ox in this situation? Go ahead.
Well, the ox, you said who's the ox in this?
Yeah, who is the ox? It says the ox knoweth his owner.
Sorry, is this compared to Israel?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Read.
The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib.
Uh-huh.
But Israel.
That's how you know that it's talking about Israel. Go ahead.
But Israel doth not know.
Go ahead.
My people doth not consider.
Now, think about that. Think about that. How dead you have to be. How abused and desolate and rebellious and lost and gone. And I mean, what else? Go ahead. That's how to not know where you come from.
Right.
Oh, yeah, you bruised. I'm damn near giving you the breakdown already, but go ahead.
Verse 4. A sinful nation.
It says AH, right?
Sinful nation.
I don't know why that's there, but let's find out.
A people laden with iniquity.
Yeah, so when it says it's like Braxton used to do. Anybody ever watch Jamie Foxx show? Aha. Eureka. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. It's that It's that when you checking your children. It's that. All right. So do it like Braxton would do.
Come on, sir.
Sinful nation. You sinful nation. Or alas. And it's just pointing out. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Come on, sir.
Salaki.
I gotta work on that a little bit.
I know Lacombe, y'all are back there laughing, man. He's smiling. Go ahead.
A people laden with iniquity.
What does it mean to be laden with something? What does laden mean? Sister? Oh, I thought you had your hand up for laden. Anybody know what laden means? Go ahead.
It's like covered.
Yeah, it could mean that. Absolutely. Go ahead, sis.
Like heavy, like low.
Yes.
Like,
Yes. So both of y'all are right. It's like wearing something heavy, carrying something heavy, a burden on your shoulders. You see what I'm saying? So burdened with what?
With iniquity.
Yes, you're carrying your iniquity, which is why blacks and Hispanics right now feel like life is so hopeless. We feel like life is so heavy. You see what I'm saying? Like we feel like we're so oppressed with iniquity, right? Read.
A seed of evildoers.
Yes, somebody planted a seed amongst us and it was allowed to grow. A weed called evil. That's what we are. We're allowing this weed to grow, and we're not. It's another metaphor for a virus, a fungus, right? It's like the COVID-19 living in your body. You do nothing about it. Read.
Children that are corrupters.
Yeah. Children that are corrupters. This is like you have to have a childlike mind to want to live like this, right? Because only kids want to have fun all the damn time, no matter what the circumstances, the consequences, or the repercussions. They see something they like, they don't care whose it is, they're gonna take it. You understand? They don't want to share, they don't want to do that. Only kids want all fun all the time. What type of people you think always got to go to, man, what's a better analogy without using that stupid ass place? There's a culture in America for blacks and Hispanics where on the weekends, you know what we do? We slave all week just to go party. And the fun thing to do when they go party is to twerk. Twerking, yeah. Twerking is fun. Sisters love to twerk outside the UPK. Sisters outside the UPK love to twerk. I don't know what y'all do in y'all bedrooms because you're married women. But if you're doing it in there, who gives a fuck? You're doing it with your husband. So twerk off in the bedroom with your husband. Twerk till your back hurt. I don't know. Enjoy. Make your husband happy. But don't go to the damn club dressed like a slut and twerk all damn day. But women who twerk, brother, who dressed like that, like I went to a club in Chicago and there was a sister that was walking into the club with a shirt on, but it was so thin. It was like a clear lace. You can see her entire body underneath that. And she had some stickers on the nipples. She walking ahead practically topless. She get in there and she twerking everywhere, bouncing the breast every goddamn way. And I know it's something in the back of her mind, even if it's a small voice in the back of her mind, that says you should not be out here like this. But the flower of her mind is suffocated by the weeds of the evil seeds that's been planted in her mind. So she can barely see who she should be. She could barely pinpoint what type of beautiful, delicate flower she should be because nobody cut down the weeds of her mind. Nobody does it. Nobody will do it. Why? Because everybody likes to see a whore twerking. Right? Everybody loves it. Hell, we the tribe of Judah. Judah know he love a whore. I can find it in the Bible. You know it's there, right? What did Judah messed around and had sex with his daughter-in-law because she wanted to be with him so bad. She dressed like a whore. And he got drunk and had sex with her, not knowing who the hell she was, because she was dressed like a harlot. And back then, harlots covered their face, and all you could see was the eye. Right? They covered their face, but then they had covered nothing else. They dressed in something where you could see everything. Yeah. And Judah gave her his ring and said, let me hit that thing. Am I making it up? Yeah, Judah was like, let me hit that thing. You know what I'm saying? She said, I need something from you. You want to hit this? He said, no sweat. Here you go. Take that ring. You think I'm going to give a woman a ring for sex? That's what America makes you do every damn day. You get on one bended knee, you go, and you play play the song for me, Lacum, y'all. Play it. When you get on bended knee. I just want everybody to get the ambiance of what happens in America. And just want you to know, the woman who you getting down on the bended knee for, 9.5% of the chances is a fucking whore. Right? It's what Judah did in the Bible. It didn't say he got on bended knee, but he sure inquired about that tail. She said she'd give it to him for a payment. He gave her a ring. Play the song.
What's wrong? Who is this girl at the store that you keep looking at? What is this interaction going on between you and her? You don't know what I'm talking about.
I was in the store with you. Why would I be looking at somebody else?
You were looking at somebody else. You gonna continue to deny this? Let me out the car.
Keep going through
Yeah, why do we have to keep going through this? Let me out the car.
Let's fast forward.
Darling, I can't explain where do we lose our way. Girl, it's driving me insane, and I know I just need one more chance to prove my love to you. If you
Don't that make you
give
good?
it to me,
All right, cut
I'll
it.
get
Flip
right.
it. That's what they do. They get on bended knee in front of everybody. They play this song. Everybody knows it. They get on their knee, give a ring to a whore. They know she's a whore. Just borrowing for a time. That's why I don't understand with this Megan Thee Stallion and Klay Thompson. He knew she was a hoe. Go ahead, sis. Give her the mic. She knew I was going there too. She knew.
Mother gave me, she did not play with me. I remember still to today, I had to be like 9 years old, 19 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to be like everybody else outside.
Mm-hmm.
And we lived in the neighborhood. There's a field across the street. They twerking. And I think it's cute, it's cool. Everybody else twerking. My mom called me from the second floor of our apartment building. She said, "Get your tail in the house right now."
Mm-hmm.
And she did not play with me.
Give it up. Yep.
She did not play with me. That's what we don't do. And that's what all the girls do. And I remember one time we were coming, we had neighbors that my mom was cool with. My mom drank and she had her fun, but she did not do little things in front of me. And I remember the lady, the neighbor came out like, she said, "Hold on. You don't address me like that in front of my child."
Right.
My mom never played none of them games.
Man, give it up.
She called me right.
Give it up. And it shows the day because sisters like that end up in the UPK. You understand? Hell, you got to be careful who you get down on one knee for, brothers in the world. The UPK, we ain't bowing down to no woman. I'm sorry. We're taught to. Here's what men who bow down to a woman in hopes of getting some box don't understand. The moment you bow down on your knee, she knows you a nigga to be walked over. Yeah, young man David, no, about to get walked over. Then when you come home and somebody else's banana is being peeled off in her mouth, you had to see it. Now you trying to figure out why is this happening? She gave it up to the cat who may not have none of the things you have. But one thing he does have is he has enough strength to never bow down to a woman. And she knows that you're emasculated when you bow down to her. That's what marriage is about. Marriage is about, like, they set up America with the idea that marriage is about strengthening the man and strengthening the family unit, but it's not. As soon as you bend down on that knee, you emasculated yourself from a woman. And when you show a woman your nakedness, figuratively, it's hard to get that back, brother. Please.
When you bow down on one knee as a woman to marry her, spiritually, you giving your soul to that woman. And like it's like you signing a contract that you're gonna do whatever she said when she said, just because that's what she wants, instead of the other way around. You're submitting to her. Mm-hmm.
Damn right. Let's continue on with the scripture.
It's like, so if I could,
Mm-hmm.
and, just like what when you and Lacombe said, when you, like, for example, what they used to do back in the biblical days, you go up to a king, you bow on the king because you look at him as the authority figure.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
When you bow down, like you said, marriage for a woman, you're bowing down and you're looking at her as the authority figure for you. So it's like y'all said, y'all didn't already give a command.
Mm-hmm. Give him a hand. Anybody ever watch Game of Thrones? When a ruler wants to take over another ruler's land, they tell them, after they went to war with them and beat them into submission, they say, bend the knee. Bend the knee. If you want my help, bend the knee. You want my money? Bend the knee. That bending the knee is what a knight does when he bows down to a king and the king knights him. You don't bend the knee to nothing. I'm going to tell you who else bends the knee. The men who serve Baal. But the Lord said he reserved 7,000 men that would not what? Bend the knee to Baal. Why? When you bend the knee to Baal, he becomes your authority. He becomes your king, not the Most High. See, and here we don't bend the knee to none but Christ. That's our king. You understand? So let's continue on.
Children that are corrupters.
Yes, go ahead.
They have forsaken the Lord.
Yes.
They have provoked the Holy One of Israel unto anger.
Yep.
They are gone away backward.
Now, when the Lord is in anger, here's what you get. Go ahead.
Verse 5. Why should ye be stricken anymore? Ye will revolt more and more.
Yeah, what is that? What is the Lord saying right here? Who knows? I know you know. I want to see if anybody else knows. Please read it again.
Verse 5. Why should ye be stricken anymore?
Why should ye be stricken anymore? Go ahead.
Ye will revolt more and more.
Who understands what that is? Who can break that down for me? Get a mic to young man David. It's a car in the house. Give it up right
Actions, but he ain't getting corrected.
That's a fact. Give him a hand. Yeah, why I got to keep whooping your ass with this belt? Why I gotta, what they call it today, belt the ass? You keep getting belt the ass, but it makes you more and more rebellious. So me whooping your ass is doing nothing. How do we read these scriptures back in the day and then see that the Most High was a father to the nation of Israel? How did we not see that? It took our king to come here, read these scriptures as a boy, taught by Joseph. Don't get it twisted. He was taught how to read and how to write and what was right and what was wrong from his father. But his father could only take him so far. I guess by the time he was 5 and 6, his father was like, well, damn, guess you don't need me no more. You understand? By the time he was 7, 8, 9, and 10, when was he in the synagogue talking to the men, to the priests? He was in the synagogue. Go ahead. I think it was like 12. Go ahead. Damn. He was 6. That's like the Bar Ya Allah. That's like my son, the Bar Ya Allah, coming in here and then checking us on what the scriptures are saying because he read. First of all, give it up to Joseph. Do you know how great of a father you have to be to teach your son how to read and write and understand what he's reading? And to take the words that he's reading and comprehend the words that he's reading to where he can apply it to his life? That's not easy. It's not an easy thing to do. A lot of y'all out here, y'all kids stupid as hell because you stupid as hell. Let me tell you what my band director used to tell me. Mr. Maddox used to be like this. He used to be like, man, you stupid as hell. He's stupid. Just stupid as all get out. Stupid. Stupid man got with a stupid woman and had a stupid child. That's why you stupid. It's a hand-me-down. I was like, damn. You get on your ass. Nathak, you remember Mr. Maddox? Mr. Maddox get on your ass. But it was stuff you needed to hear. Christ being a cat that knew these scriptures and knew how he needed to teach the Bible to the Israelites to save them was genius. He learned it from his father, which tells you that Joseph was a badass cat. You understand? So these are people who get lashes, belt to ass all the time, but no amount of ass whooping is going to help them. They just keep getting worse and worse. Read.
Son will come. Ye will revolt more and more. The whole head is sick.
Yes, the whole head. The leaders of this nation are sick. The whole head is sick. People who make decisions for what goes on in your everyday life are sick. They're sick. They tell you Merry Christmas, Happy Birthday. Man, do what makes you happy. Woman, thou art loose. You need a divorce? Get you one. You understand? Oh, you had sex with a woman? Don't worry about it. Come give me that. Come on, give me that bull. Give me that bull. We'll make it go away. Don't even worry about it. These are the people who, and they make leagues with the nations around you. Didn't you know the Lord put the nations around us so that he could prove us against them, so that they could see us and say, this is a wise and understanding nation. On the contrary, our leaders, the head, are sick. What are they sick from? What makes these people sick, y'all? Who knows? Christ said, I'm not sent to, go ahead.
I was going to say demons, unclean spirit.
Absolutely. But I want you to make it succinct for somebody who came into this class 5 years old trying to figure out what's making them sick. What's making the leaders sick? Who hand went up first? Sis? No. Oh, no. Go ahead.
Carnal flesh.
Which is? What does your flesh want to do? Your flesh gives into your. Come on. If you got carnal flesh, then I know you know the answer. What does your carnal flesh give way to? Does it give way to the law? It gives way to what it. You right there. No, you listen, your answer was right on point. Your spirit gives way to the law. Your flesh gives way to whatever it. 1 second. 1 second. The young man, I want him to get this. Because he got it. You just got to choose the right word. Your flesh gives up its way to whatever it. Give him a hand. Whatever it wants. What did Paul say? Remember what Paul said? Paul said that thing that he wants to do, shit, nigga, that's what he got to be dead to. Because if he don't, he's going to be a regular nigga like everybody else. He's going to give in to what he wants. It's that thing that he hates he has to do. See, his flesh hates to do the law. But his spirit knows to do the law so that his flesh can live. Right? That's all. That's what that's talking about. The whole head is sick. Sick from their own wants. From their own filthy lusts. Right? Go ahead. And the
whole heart faint.
Yeah, the whole heart. Their heart is your mind. Their hearts, their minds are weak. Weak to what? What they want. Even if it transgressed the law, they're weak. They can't do it. They suckers. These are people who run the nation of Israel right now. Black and Hispanic leaders, I don't give a fuck where you're at. North, Central, or South America. Black and Hispanic leaders are weak. Weak to what they want, which is why they can never be the example, because people look up to them, right? People look up to people. That's just how we are. Well, the rappers that come from the gang life and the gang culture and got money. They rapping, they're influential, but they're sellouts. That's what this is talking about. Your leaders are sellouts. Martin Luther King was the biggest sellout, the biggest. Timothy. Yeah, Timothy sellout. That was his name, Timothy sellout. He was the biggest sellout. He gave into whatever his body wanted. And he didn't even consider that the moves he make better be ordered by the Most High. If not, the people will see it. Back in the Bible, the leaders who had fame amongst the people and the young men, oh, you had to kill them to make them eat pork. You had to kill them, unalive them to make them eat pork. You know that's in the Bible too, right? You can go and read it in the Maccabees, the book of Maccabees, where 7 sons and their mother were unalived by the king of that time, which had to be Antiochus Epiphanes, right? He was the king. He was a general under Alexander the Greek. They did this to us, man. And the world loved Alexander. They push Alexander. I hate Alexander and his race. You understand? And they're doing it to us today. But they didn't already beat it down into us. So, you know what they did? They told them, eat this pork. Just eat it. These must have been some real influential family to make them want to do that. Eleazar was an older man, a wiser man who everybody looked up to, kind of like the Farrakhan today. But Farrakhan, he opens his vagina legs to Christianity. People looking at me like, damn, Farrakhan ain't Christian, he's a Muslim. Muslims are Christian. What do you want me to tell you? They love everybody. Anybody can be a Muslim. You understand? They hate the Most High, yet they act like they love him. They bastards. All Islam is trash. It's a fact. Being an Israelite different though. You see, here's what fake Israelite groups don't understand. You know you're an Israelite by your father, right? Where'd you learn that from? Israelite School UPK. Well, since you know that you're an Israelite by your father and you choose not to galvanize together in one house, one under one God, one teaching understanding, what you do by proxy is you're showing the Lord that you know enough to know so that you can get that belt too. Go get that belt. You understand? It's coming for you. Now, with that being said, keep reading. Now you can understand what Isaiah 1 and 6 is talking about. Read.
Verse 6. From the sole of the foot even unto the head, there is no soundness in it.
Now, because verse 5 said that the whole head is sick. Now, if the head is sick, then the whole body is sick by proxy. Because if my mind tells me that I should smoke weed, just using weed, because that's one of the biggest goddamn vices of addiction that we have. If smoking weed, my mind is weak to smoking weed. Once I smoke it, it enters only not into my bloodstream through my lungs. It enters into my esophagus, my bloodstream. As soon as it comes in, it's in my blood. What that does, give me that harmful effects of marijuana over there, young man. Sister, if you can give it to the brother. Bring it right here for me. The harmful effects of marijuana don't just affect the lungs. They affect your brain and central nervous system, impaired thinking, your mood, your memory, and your coordination. All of that's hit. It's the moment you smoke weed. Clogged synapses, brain damage, and addiction. That's what it does to the brain, right? Then to your central nervous system, it does it is distortion of perception, thinking, and reality. Difficulty in forming concepts and thoughts, poor concentration, mental confusion, loss of motivation, wide mood swings, aggression and hostility, depression, anxiety, and paranoia. Now, this is coming from the Regional Prevention Center Incorporated. This is what they know. This is what scientists know. Why in the hell would they give you marijuana and tell you that it's gonna treat your depression, your anxiety, and your paranoia? Why would they do that to you? Go ahead. Absolutely, but they want They want feria. That's what they want. You understand? That's what they want. And they don't give a damn if you know it or not. They want you to be more paranoid so they can give you more weed and tell you that the weed is going to cure your paranoia. And you wonder why your paranoia is still here, and you wonder why you can't stop smoking weed. Give the devil the hand. Give him a hand. You got to give it to him. Because, God damn it, it's like we don't understand the cycle we're in. That's what they do to you. Then your throat, right? It irritates membranes of the esophagus, increasing chances of developing cancer of larynx and esophagus, right? Then your heart speeds up the heartbeat as much as 50%, increases blood pressure. Everybody knows that high blood pressure is one of the number one killers of everybody. Look it up. Look it up. What does high blood pressure do to people? It's a killer. Go ahead, young man. Give the young man the mic, please. Diabetes. Give him a hand. Diabetes. Yeah, hypertension. You understand? Hypertension is high heart rate or high blood pressure. It affects your heart. Diabetes, all of that, right? So, and it poses great risk to those with hypertension and heart disease. Go ahead, sis.
They had studies where they were developing schizophrenia. It brings out schizophrenia in people.
Why not?
My grandma, she wanted to jump out. She smoked weed one time. I want to jump out the window.
That's the paranoia.
Jump out the bridge. Like, what's wrong with you?
Sis, that's the paranoia. You smoke weed and get paranoid. Listen, they say that K2, what that K2, that spice? Yeah, they said that's what they doing. I just seen a video about somebody who smoked spice in prison. He was waddling on the floor like a fucking fish. A fish. In his mind, he's really a fish. You understand? Paranoia. It does that to you. You wanted to say something, ZQ? Did anybody walk out with the brother? They're gonna walk out with you, make sure you're good. Okay, no sweat. All right. So you out, sis? All right, no sweat. Shalom, sis. You out. Shamala thought about Shem Yahushua. All right. So go ahead.
Slightly, sir. So I got like one of the number one leading causes for the death of Black people. It says cardiovascular disease and cancer, heart disease,
what about high blood pressure? 1 second. Can your wife answer? I think she got something a little bit more detailed than you. No. She damn near need to be a nurse. But who am I to tell her what to do? Gotta talk to her husband. Go ahead.
Like you said, for blood pressure, says high blood pressure is hypertension.
Yeah.
It's often called a silent killer because it usually causes no noticeable symptoms. However, as it forces the heart to overwork, it chronically damages blood vessels and organs, leading a severe life-threatening condition like heart attack, stroke, heart failure, and kidney disease.
God damn. Now, go ahead.
So I got it from the CDC.
Go ahead.
This is from CDC.gov. So basically like the number one, like the top killers for Black people would be basically abortions. You got health, smoking.
Say it again.
Smoking.
Say it again.
Smoking.
One more time.
Smoking.
Oh, okay. I thought I didn't know what I was talking about.
Hypertension.
What it was?
Hypertension.
Yep. That's what smoking marijuana does to you, right? It poses great risk to those with hypertension and heart disease, right? Because it increases your blood pressure. Your blood pressure is, the pressure that you have within your blood to push blood, pump it throughout from your heart to your heart to. You understand? I don't even think that the people understand what blood pressure is. It's the amount of pressure that your heart is giving out to push the blood through your veins and arteries and capillaries. I don't think they understand this. All right. It also has the endocrine system, which is like it damages the network of glands, organs, hormones involved in growth and development, energy levels, and reproduction. Your organs and glands that are affected are your pituitary glands, your thyroid gland, your stomach, your duodenum, your pancreas, your adrenal glands, and your testes. It's a science, all right? It also, your reproductive system for males and females. Marijuana can decrease and degenerate sperm cells, sperm count, movement, and cause lowered sex drive. Females can have egg damage, suppression of ovulation, disrupt menstrual cycles, and alteration of hormone levels. Pregnancy and unborn babies, we got to get into that. Chromosome damage. This is messing with you on a chromosomal level. You know what your chromosomes are? People who smoke weed don't know if they man or woman. I'm just keeping it 100 with you. The majority of the trans community smoke weed. I'm telling you right now. What else do you think they're going to do to cope with the fact that nobody likes them except for other trannies? RuPaul and them. You see what I'm saying? So, and then your lungs, your immune system. Brother, marijuana. Just had to use just marijuana. Just marijuana, if you could. Yeah, come. All right, no sweat. Let me get through this. All right. So from the sole of the foot, and even into the head, there is no soundness in it. Sound. What is soundness? What is soundness? Go ahead. You want to guess?
Oh.
All right. What is soundness? Go ahead.
So like I said, this is the definition for the word soundness. The state of being in good condition, robustness. It says the state of being in good condition, stable, and reliable. It describes something that is free from physical damage, logical flaws, or financial risks.
It's getting into something else, but you already.
Well, it's like I said, so good judgment, and reasoning.
Yeah, you lose all reason. That's what I wanted. That's what I was about to say. Like you said, all of that. A sound mind is a mind of reason. You understand? All right. Read on.
But wounds and bruises.
Yes, this is what your mind is going to have. See, if your mind isn't sound, then you're going to be a person who has, men without reason. Think about that. So a man that doesn't have the ability to be a reasonable man, most likely he's going to get his ass whooped, right or wrong, by people outside. See, reason never told him that if you bump somebody while you walking down the street, that you turn around and say, hey, man, my bad. So I apologize. I was not looking. I was looking up this way. The last thing I want to do is to offend you. I do apologize. Please forgive me. You see, that's a man with reason. Why? Because he's weighing the costs. You see, an unreasonable man will bump you, look back and be like, yeah, bitch ass nigga, what you want to do about it? A drunk, yeah. A drunk, I don't care what you can do. And do something about it. See what I'm saying? That's not reasonable. Because he doesn't know that his life is, listen, let me tell you something about the unalivers out there in the world. As they walk up and down the street, they've done this before. You understand? In Chicago, You're not considered a killer unless you got at least 5 bodies. You can't even say I'm a killer. Nobody takes you serious. You understand? Unless you got 5 bodies. You understand? Nobody even consider you a killer. Imagine bumping one of them cats who's a killer. And then you say, bitch ass nigga, watch where you going. This could potentially be your last day on earth. And then when you on the ground, bleeding out, you'll think to yourself, could have just apologized. Well, think about that as you fade away. And then hopefully in your next life, you don't make the same stupid, unreasonable mistake. Right? And that's what this is doing. This is a metaphor of the nation of Israel. It's not an actual person, really. It can be applied to an actual person. But this is the nation of Israel. The head are your leaders. And the things that are collecting the bruises and the wounds is the body. You understand? Read.
And bruises. And putrefying sores.
Oh, yeah. And all it is sores that get well, you get more sores. You get well, you get more sores. You get well, you get more sores. Go ahead.
They have not been closed.
Yeah. Right? This is, okay. Think about a wound. A cut. Okay, so, you know the lights that are in these kind of lights, these lights up here? If you cut with one of those, it's going to be hard for that wound to heal because of the chemicals that's inside of it. So you can stitch it up and do all that time. I mean, a lot of time is what's going to heal that wound unless you clean it out. You need the right type of chemicals to clean it out. I think you would. I mean, that's our medic back there, also security as well. Right? You trading them up for security? Yes. Give ZQ a hand, man. ZQ a hand, man. So, you know, the iodine or something like that. What's that red stuff? The red stuff? Yeah, iodine. You put it in the wound and it kind of cleans your wound and gets it ready for healing, right? Right? I could be wrong though, Mungo Bar. Am I right?
Yeah. It's for not sterilization. Yeah.
Right. It's to make sure that you can have a good chance of healing, right? That's what that is. Nathak, you got your hand up? The iodine? Nah. It's to clean the wound as you after or before you tended to the wound. It's that red stuff that you pour into a cut or something like that on a bruise. Go ahead, sis.
Skin is basically sanitize it from like air bacteria.
Okay.
Like so it won't get into the wound. Keep it,
Nurse, do you know? Go ahead, young man David. Yeah, basically, yeah. So y'all saying the same thing. Yeah, so that's what it is. All right. Read on. Neither
bound up, neither mollified with ointment.
That's what the young man was just talking about. That ointment, that antibacterial ointment. You know what I'm saying? Like, so when you close up a wound and you clean the wound and you stitch it up, you want to put ointment on it so that you don't itch. The itching comes when when the itching comes, the infection comes. You understand? You want to keep that wound, you know, have ointment as you wrap it up and mollify it. You understand? So that's what that's talking about. That's the body of Israel. You understand? Does that answer your question? Give them a hand. Don't y'all wish more of Milwaukee would come in here and get some good scripture breakdown? They will once I teach y'all how to fish. Give it up to LeBron in Detroit, man. Taught me how to literally fish. Man, I would be remiss if I didn't say give it up to Natazah and his wife in North Carolina. They just had a baby. Give them a hand. If I could, Give it up for myself and my rib. We just had a child. Give it up for Thabawan and his rib. Probably like 2 weeks ago, they had a child. I'm missing any other children to Lakia, but there's more children to be born. I know Captain Lamakiala, he's having another boy, I think, in about a couple months too. So, yeah, man, we've been working. You know what I mean? So, any more questions? Oh, online we got questions, right?
Like Sue Balls has a question, and I have a question as well.
All right. Whichever order y'all want to get it. All right, what's Sioux Falls' question?
Shalak Yadawan.
Hey, Shalom. Yahweh Shushabaka Thumb. Yahweh Shemala Thumba Hashem Yahweh Shai. For all the sisters that's over there in the room.
Oh, Shalak, I was just wondering if I could get a general breakdown on Isaiah 1 and 18.
1 and 18?
Khan out of one Khan.
All right. Let's get it. We already in Isaiah 1. So let's get down to 18. Anybody got it? Whoever got it can read.
You got it.
I want to hear the young man read. Let's let the young man read. Let's let the young man read.
Isaiah 1 and 18. Come now and let us reason together, says the Lord.
Okay. So the way the Lord reasons is different than how you reason. All right. Read.
Through your sins be as scarlet.
Though your sins be like blood red. Go ahead.
They shall be as white as snow, though they be red like crimson.
Uh-huh.
They shall be as wool.
All right. So this is the Lord trying to tell you, if you would, I would get rid of your sin if you are willing to be obedient. Read the next line. The Lord is trying to reason with you, but he's doing it in a different type of way before he throw your ass away, which is essentially what ended up happening in the future. But go ahead. Read verse 19.
19. If ye be willing and obedient, ye shall eat the good of the land.
See, now the Lord is trying to tell you this is what you're missing out on. And the Lord is just being a father. You know, this is what we do with our children, right? And everybody in here got kids. We all got children, right? You know, you want to reason with your children after they've been bad and bad and bad and bad. You know, you can't just throw your children away. So now you reason with them. Hey, listen, I'm not gonna whoop you. That ain't working. Let me help you understand something. Let me give you the reward, the reward, possibility of a reward. So I tell my kids this: when I come home, you can either get a negative consequence or you can get a positive reward. It's always good to have those terms on the table with your children. Because if your children never had any hope in better days, then all they have is emptiness. All they're going to think is, well, at least if I'm going to feel empty, let me at least feel a little bit of joy for doing what I want to do, even though it goes against what my father wants me to do. So, but if we don't know the reward that comes with being obedient, then what's the point of us being obedient? We don't understand. We've been so far away from being obedient, we don't even understand what a reward looks like. Well, the Lord is telling you the possibility of the reward as a nation as being obedient to him. He'll take that. Right now, I know you're a bad kid. And I don't give you wearing what you want to wear. But I'll take them dirty clothes off of you and give you clean clothes. You understand? I'll give you the best of the land. I'll give you, a better reputation than what you have now if you just be obedient to me. Which this is one of the scriptures that I go to on my breakdown on you are what you do. This is it. If you be obedient to the Lord will take that them dirty clothes off of you And nobody will see you for the filthy shit you wear. Nobody will see you for the clothes you went and robbed people in, the clothes you went and unalived people in, the clothes you stole cars in, the clothes you went to the strip club in. They don't see that no more. They don't. And when I say clothes, I mean the reputation you got. Instead, it give you a new outfit, something clean, something beautiful, so that when people see it, they don't see a thief or the uniform of a bum or the uniform of a gangster or the uniform of a whore or the uniform of a stripper. They don't see that. They see the uniform of somebody glorious, regal, royal. You understand? That's what he wants to give you. Now, that's him reasoning with you. Right? Reasoning with you. So read the next
one. Isaiah 1, verse 20. But if ye refuse and rebel.
Now, if you continue to refuse, if you refuse what I'm giving you, if you refuse my reason and you choose to rebel, read.
Ye shall be devoured with the sword.
Yeah, that's what the Lord is telling the nation of Israel. Devoured with the sword looks like what happened to us now, Issachar. You understand? That's what's happening to us right now. A white man found your brothers after he came over here, i.e. 1400s, and stole this land from you. Because here's what he really saw when he came over here. Christopher Columbus and all those other conquerors that came over here, when they came over here, they knew who you were. They wasn't looking for the West. They wasn't looking for the Indies. They weren't looking for India. You could walk to India from where they was at. You don't take an ocean to get to India from Spain. They knew where they were going. And they used the Apocrypha to find you. And it said that the 10 tribes were there. So they knew that they was looking for the 10 tribes of Israel. Yeah, that's what they was looking for. They had already lost where the tribe of Judah and Benjamin were. They need to get the 10 tribes. Columbus came here looking for y'all. And when he came here, he saw that, guess what y'all was doing? Y'all was back to being Egyptian again. Yeah. He's back to being Egyptian, back to being Elam. You remembered your slavery in Elam. You thought that would work well. You remembered your slavery in Egypt, and you thought that would work well. You want to know who minted the gold in Egypt? Us. Who were the slaves there? Who mints the gold here? Us. We're the slaves here. Who makes all the artifacts here? Us. Who makes the jewelry here? Us. Who makes the gods, the picture of the false gods of Egypt? Us. Back then we built the treasure cities of Pathum and give me another what the other one? Ramesses, Python, all of those other places that we were at. We built them cities. And when you go there, what do you see? The Sphinx, right? You see all of their nasty gods and all of that. Who do you think painted the walls? Who do you think they did the temples? Who do you think they used to make the temples? Us. Who do you think they made subject to them dog gods and dog head gods and the marijuana gods? They got us high in Egypt too. Did you know that? You knew that? It was getting us high off weed. They had us putting lean in the beer. Yeah, they had the Blue Lotus plant, the syrup from the Blue Lotus plant, and they had put it with the beer, inside of the beer in ancient Egypt. That was your payment. After a hard day's work, they give you some bread, probably a fish or two. Take that home with this beer, go smoke your weed. And you're content. You're content. You know you got to get up tomorrow and go to work. If you don't, they can come find you. Put you to slave, put you to death. Make your a dead slave is a bad slave to have. You see what I'm saying? So that's why in the kingdom of heaven, they ain't gonna be unaliving all my slaves. You understand? Now some of them gonna get it, David. Some of them gonna get it. They're gonna get it just because I remember what you did. But not the majority. All right. 1 second. Shalom. Have what? All right. Okay. Well, I'm teaching class right now, so I'll call you back after class. All right. Shalom. So yeah. Does that answer your question, Trooper?
Khan of Khan Tawada.
Ayanda Bar. Is there another question before we close out the class?
Real quick, sir.
Go ahead.
In Matthew chapter 28, verse 24. If I could, sir, when Christ was getting ready to be
Matthew what?
Chapter, it's like in 27 and 24.
Okay. Go ahead.
The question, sir, was when Pilate was executing a verdict for the trial of Christ, when he said he was innocent of Christ's blood, what made him innocent if he had the power to actually, even though everybody wanted Christ to die, he had the power to be like, no, he's not going to die. So if I could, was he actually innocent, and what made him innocent?
Read it.
Verse, the book of Matthew, chapter 27, verse 24. When Pilate saw that he could not prevail nothing, but that rather a tumult was made, he took water and washed his hands before the multitude, saying, I am innocent of the blood of this just person. See ye to it.
Yeah, that's an oxymoronic statement to make, huh? Oh yeah, he was afraid of a revolt. Because if like back in the days, governors who had revolts in their land, yes, they can skirmish the revolt, right? They could get rid of the revolt, but they would have to kill or unalive a lot of people, which means that they would have to be the ones who cleaned all the pots and the pans, and sweep the cities, and fill the lanterns in the streets, and cooked behind the restaurants, and harvested all of the fruit and the wheat, and divvied up, you know what I'm saying? They had to be the servants of the place. So no, we got to find a way for me to absolve myself with it. And that's equivalency of abortions today, right? Right. Yes, Black and Hispanic women, they go get abortions on a scale to how many abortions thus far in America? Anybody want to do the numbers on that real quick before I finish what I'm about to say?
So
It's
estimated so far 1.12 million.
Guarantee you 900,000 of that is Black and Hispanic women. Damn, that's crazy. That's insane. Hell, if I could have 900,000 nickels right now, I'd be happy. I'm just saying. Right or wrong? How much is 900,000 nickels? Somebody do the math on that? Yes. Go ahead.
Looks like that'd be about $45,000.
I'll take it. Take it. Sheesh. That's wild work. Well, white people say, I didn't make her go get the abortion. She did it herself. But you put her in the environment and gave her the tools to go get the abortion. But white people, give me the scripture where it says they charge themselves not guilty. Give me that scripture. See, young man David looking at me like, this is where I would go. Where you going with this? I'm gonna go to one of them bedrock 1 West scriptures right here. He charged himself not guilty. You got it? Read it.
Zechariah chapter 11. Zechariah chapter 11, verse 5. Whose possessors slay them.
Whose what?
Possessors slay them.
Go ahead.
And hold themselves not guilty.
This is Pontius right here. This is Donald Trump right now. You think Donald Trump feels guilty that black women and Hispanic women are going to their abortion clinics? These are governmental abortion clinics. If you have an abortion at home, you're going to prison. You understand that? There is no home abortion. Yeah, there's a home abortion pill. If you take a home abortion pill past the time that you were supposed to take it, you're going to prison. The government wants all of the money that's coming from the abortion. And they want the stem cells of the aborted fetus. And they want all of, they want that. They want the placenta. They want all of that so that they can do scientific projects and experiments and use it to make new medicines and all of that and new vaccines, because they need your DNA to complete the vaccination process. Dummy. Then you hate the vaccine. Stupid. How you hate the vaccine when it takes your DNA for them to even have it? It's stupid. I don't understand it. But yeah. And then you know what? Donald Trump will say, I'm not guilty. I didn't put a gun to her head and tell her to. As a matter of fact, we say we don't want you to have abortions. That's cap. Because they also make it impossible for a woman to have the majority of the black and Hispanic houses are now finding themselves without a husband at an all-time rate right now. You understand? It's hard for two adults making with decent jobs to stay afloat in America. How do I know? Because I'm amongst that number, and it's hard. Back in the 90s, though, we would have been cool. Now, it's rough for me to keep my household afloat. Not by myself, with help. You understand? Imagine a black woman who's trying to go to school, Hispanic woman trying to go to school with 3 kids. You know how much daycare costs? I do. Don't ask me what my daycare bill is for one child. Just had another one. Yeah. I had better think of something. What else? The light bill, almost $300 a month. Your phone bill, your phone plan. Listen, T-Mobile is raping people. You understand? I mean, food. Now, gas, tissue. You got more than 3 kids at the house. You can forget about tissue. You understand? What else, y'all? What else? Clothes, soap, toothpaste. They're just the common necessities of a household. Water, heat. Hell, your houses are run down, so it's a mousetrap. You're fighting against the mice. You understand? You're fighting against every goddamn thing. This is your life here in America. And then you can drive up the road just a little bit, Zaquan. Drive up the road just a little bit. And you'll find yourselves in what's known as the suburbs. And the problems that they have, that we have, they don't have. When they go to the pump, they say, fill her up. Even if gas was $10 a gallon, they can fill her up and be okay. You understand? Them as a community will help each other. Us as a community will harm each other. Just so we can fill our bellies because we're still high from smoking weed. With that, pass the class over to preaching officer among the bar. Go ahead. 1 second.
Basically, he was still guilty.
I wouldn't have not been guilty. Christ said he coming back for those who stuck him in his side. That was Pontius. That was Pilate's men. He coming back for Pilate, brother. Mm-hmm. All right, you can just do a courtesy salute.
Individual Amadi, which means stand. Courtesy salute for the teacher. Individual Amadi Shabbat. Amadi Barak.
Yahweh, Yahweh,
Yahweh, hands down. Go out to the sisters. Sisters Amadi, which means stand. Individual Amadi Shabbat. Amadi Barak.
Yahweh,
Yahweh, class dismissed.
Come.
27 Club. All right, gang, let's really nail it this time. Here we go. A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4. Been in this shit for some years, I ain't never left. Nigga try to save his life like he's scared of death. I got Hillstar on my body, bitch, I'm heaven sent. Hey, this UPK ain't nothing, we on fellowship. Been in this shit for some years, I ain't never left. Nigga try to save his life like he's scared of death. I got Hillstar on my body, bitch, I'm heaven sent. Hey, this UPK ain't nothing, we on fellowship. Florida Lee on my top, this a Saints hat. This the third can't be been in, he a J-Cat. Nigga tryna steal the sauce, yeah, I hate that. But I ain't make the rules, I can't change that. New bottle, new wine, yeah, I can't crack. Look, flag on the play, they grabbing face masks. Nigga